Listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again.
Andy, Steve, Alton-Godfrey, Rotary, welcome back to Our Daily Show. Chili Chowdown is right around the corner. What date is this on? Because I'm all messed up in March. You know, I feel like February came and went faster than anyone could have ever predicted a February could come and go, you know?
It's less than a week away. It's Monday, March 5th.
That's okay.
Excuse me, March 4th.
We're off to a good start.
Already corrected. And it's at Main Street United Methodist Church at 1400 Main Street.
Really cool. And now, how long has this Chili Chowdown been going on?
Well, this is our 38th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Now, there's a secret recipe to this chili, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes. Some years in the past, a gentleman by the name of Don Johnson used to own DJ's Bar and Grill. He came up with our recipe, award-winning recipe, I'll say. We've won some awards with it in local chili cook-offs.
Hey,
so.
they still count. That's when they matter the most.
That's when they matter.
Yeah. So, yes, it's a recipe that's been handed down chairman to chairman over the years. It's just a few people in Rotary know what it is. So this year it's Steve and I. And Steve was gracious enough to jump in with me and co-chair it this year.
Really cool.
And we're not telling.
That's what I was. So my question is, once you learn the recipe, is it only allowed for Rotary functions? Can you pop it out at your house, you know, during a nice chili Sunday and make the good award-winning chili?
Only if it's a Rotary function.
Only if it,
Rotary function.
That's what I was. Well, this is why I think it's such a just a great thing, guys. It's because of the tradition that really it's become, and I'm sure that you see generation upon generation, you know, every time you do the Chili Chowdown, that come in and really just pass the torch to hopefully the next future Rotarians that are in our region.
We do. It's one of the best attended functions that Rotary puts on as far as even our Rotarians. I have the sign-up list for all the jobs during lunch and dinner that we serve, and it's overflowing. I usually have more people than we need. Plus, we have our Interact clubs jump in and help us, and that's always a wonderful thing to have the kids there.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and the great thing is it's one of our major fundraisers. So it helps us provide funds for our programs that we do throughout the year for the community.
And fill me in on some of those programs just to refresh the public for us.
Well, our big one is, of course, a scholarship program. Where we give the Student of the Month. We have 2 students from the high schools, local high schools here, that are Student of the Month, and at the end of the year, we pick a Student of the Year. And that student gets a scholarship. It's a 4-year scholarship to the university or college or trade school that they're going to. And it is for $1,500 a year, so it's a total of $6,000.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and that's, to me, I don't think folks realize how far that goes because, you know, heck, when I was going through that, and listen, I kind of just got all turned around upside down and sideways because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. But, you know, that $1,500 goes a long way for books or materials, especially if you have all these other things coming in. But take me through the importance of really connecting with the youth, because I could only imagine, you know, the feeling that those the students receive and feel whenever you guys honor them at these meetings, and then they receive that, you know, that acknowledgement and that scholarship. That's got to be one of the coolest meetings to be a part of, and really see that light up in their eyes, you know.
It blows us away.
That's what I was
the kids
wondering.
that come in and the things that they're into, all the different community service projects that they're involved in. Also, a lot of them will hold down a part-time job as well as going to school full-time. The number of hours that they're putting in. Boy, when I was in school in the 70s, we weren't anything like what the kids are today.
Right.
And so it's always a wonderful meeting, the 2 that come every month. It's just, they're always very impressive.
Yes. You know, and they're smart, number one.
Right.
But when do they have time to go to school?
Right.
Yes.
Because all the activities that they do. And the scholarship is based not only on scholarship, but it's also based upon their involvement in different organizations that they believe in. And they actually have some very good goals and ideas.
Well, and that's what I think is important, too, because I wasn't the valedictorian in my class by any stretch of the imagination, but there's so many folks that are in these school districts in these areas that might not be a 5.0 GPA, but give out their heart and soul to nonprofit organizations and volunteer their time and do community service projects. And I love that we recognize those students as well.
We do. It's the school administrators that
Yeah.
pick the students for us. We've set up the guidelines, so they're the ones looking and seeing what the kids are doing. And it's not all the number 1, 2, 3 ranked kids in the
Exactly.
class that we get. We get kids from different levels of the. Of course, not down in the level I was in.
That's what I was wondering.
But yeah, they're the best student. You know, that might be what they're all involved in at school. Maybe they don't have the 4.0, but they are the cream of the crop. Really, it's very neat.
What did Jack Buck say? I was in the bottom half of the class to make the top half look good. Was that his quote?
There you go.
That's a lot of us.
That me too.
You know, and then beyond our Student of the Month program, we also give out 2 scholarships to Lewis and Clark. It's our Bill Moyer Scholarship.
I didn't realize that.
$1,500 a year for each student that's chosen, and they're typically in one of the trade programs there. There's a list of different programs that could be involved in. And then we also give out 2 $500 scholarships to our Interact Club. So we sponsor a club at Alton High and one at Marquette, and they're chosen by the clubs, the administrators, each year for that. So we give out a total of $10,000 a year in scholarships.
That's just incredible. And
Yeah.
especially the Lewis and Clark one, because folks don't realize how nice of a spot we have over on Godfrey Road with their technical programs and their nursing programs are top notch. And heck, that $1,500, especially for an in-district student, that almost covers the kitty, you know?
It absolutely
Right.
does. Yeah, and it's a great program. It's a great program for the students that are going out there.
Yeah.
And also the Interact Kids, which is the school programs for Rotary.
I wanted to ask a little bit more because I'm not too familiar with that one, Steve. How long has Interact been going on with the Rotary Club?
It's been going on for quite some time. I don't know exactly the years. Andy, you might be able to help me out.
Alton High has been quite a while. Marquette has been in more recent years. It's less than 10 years with Marquette, and we were thrilled to have them add to the program. And,
That's awesome.
But it is something that International Rotary set up to start introducing Rotary and what Rotary does to high school kids, and then there's also a club at the college level.
Well, that's what I think, you know, we've talked before, you know, Steve, and not necessarily on Rotary, but just other aspects. The next generation's becoming harder and harder to find for a lot of organizations. And this is a great way to get the roots planted early and let the youth know that there is a future in Rotary, and you are the future of Rotary, you know?
Yes.
And the kids will come out and help us with some of our projects that we do.
Cool.
In fact, you'll probably see them on Monday, a few on Monday, helping us out with a chili chowdown. We get them involved in the programs that we do, and it's great.
Well, and that's what I think is more important than anything, because, you know, all these, you know, great grades are important and very important, but I want to see somebody who invests in their community, a young student that really loves where they live. And that's what I think is really cool about everything you guys do, is you help connect those students and really get in touch and on the pulse of everything going on to where they are an active part of the community. They aren't the guy looking through the window going, hey, let me in, it's my turn. And you really get their hands on the ball here to really keep propelling and going forward and building. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem, Steve and Andy. We've been talking for 10 minutes, and my audience is going to go nuts. My phone line's buzzing because I never asked you what time the event is.
Sure. So lunch, we serve lunch from 11 to 1.
Okay.
Okay, and then dinner opens up at 4:30 and goes till 7.
And now this is right up there at Main Street United Methodist.
Yes,
that's correct.
And it's $10. $10 for all you can eat, and with that you get the chili, you get a dessert, which is going to be cookies this year. Nice. And a drink.
Beat that, Golden Corral. Come on now. $10 all you can eat's a heck of a deal.
And we also have takeout. So you can come on up, we'll dish you up, and you can take it home or take it to an office. If you're working on Monday and you want to take it back to your office or take a group, you're more than welcome to.
That'd be, you would make your office mates very happy on a Monday to bring some award-winning chili from the Alton-Godfrey Rotary in from lunch, and then that way we can all enjoy together. That was a hint for upstairs. I was kind of talking to them. With this being 38 years in the making, is this pretty streamlined at this point whenever the calendar turns over that we all know where we're going, or is there still a little bit of prep work that goes in on your guys' side?
There is a prep work on Sunday.
Okay.
We actually come in and we start the preparation. We cook the meat, we make the stock, we cut up the onions, and we cut up the celery and whatever. But we actually put it together Monday morning.
Really? Okay.
But it's really nice because of any project that we do, the Rotary members of our club are very active in it, and we have a big group of Rotary members that get involved in this.
That's the best part of it. And that's what we were talking, just going back to that, where you almost have too many helpers or too many hands ready to lend in. That's a hell of a problem to have.
In this day and age, it is.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Why don't we do this? I got to pay my first bill of the day at 9:32. We'll take a quick pause and we'll come back and talk more about the Chili Chowdown, Alton-Godfrey Rotary as a whole with Andy, Steve, and all of you watching. We'll be back after a quick commercial break.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Take call-ins? Sure. There you go. Telephone line ties it in, Just you never know how you can find that lead in, It's 9:34 on this 27th day of February, and our conversation with Alton-Godfrey Rotary, the Chili Chowdown, as you see on your screen, March the 4th. That is a Monday at Main Street United Methodist, and that's on Brown and
Main Street.
Main Street. I always
intersection of Brown and Main.
See, I'm always the guy that thinks it's Washington. Every time it's just Brown and Washington. I don't know. I don't know why. But really, and more importantly, on Friday we're celebrating 103 years of the Alton-Godfrey Rotary Club.
That's correct.
1921.
That's incredible. And we were talking during the break, and to me, there's you're one of the most storied organizations in the community. I mean, all the folks that have been very influential in the growth of whether it's Alton, the North Alton-Godfrey region, you name it, the Riverbend. There's been some really influential folks a part of this. If you could, take me on a trip down the memory lane of the history of Alton-Godfrey Rotary.
Gosh, I guess
I wasn't around in 1921.
The floors are yours. But from your time though, take me through a little bit of your time with the Rotary and just some of the folks that came in the doors and some of the things we accomplished over the years.
Well, we try to do a project once a year, and some of the projects that we have done, the Lincoln Douglas Square, the Robert Wadlow statue. The mural at the the Head Start building.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
Down there. And, of course, the Alton-Godfrey Rotary Park on 3rd Street. We just accomplished that, and that was our 100th anniversary project for the city. So
I didn't realize that Lincoln Douglas Square was your guys' project. I had no idea that was an Alton-Godfrey Rotary project.
Yes, yeah, we sold the bricks that are there on the patio and had the statues made just for that. I think that was back in the 70s, I believe, when that project was done, and we've contributed close to $3 million in projects since the late 60s, early 70s, coming forward. The projects that we've done. We also contributed main sponsor for the Godfrey Glazebrook Park
pickleball court.
Pickleball court.
Oh, I didn't.
In fact, you'll see our sign on the fence out there.
I want to play pickleball, but I can't. I'm like, I always call myself at this point in time, guys. I'm like Elvis at the end. I move about 3 steps, I sweat profusely, and I get angry, and I just want to quit.
It's a very popular sport.
It's always full over there, but I just don't want to get embarrassed. I'm just getting my butt kicked by everyone else on the court.
There's some pretty good players.
In recent times, we also did the soccer pitch at Rock Springs Park. We were a main sponsor of that.
And
one of our members was the guy kind of pushing for that in the community.
Well, and we've talked about Damien. He is a wonderful man, and I'm so excited to see what happens. I thought the futsal pitch was wonderful. I know that Dad and I have talked about ways the Alton High soccer team can get involved and help Salt and maybe do a little bit of collaboration, and that's what I think is really cool about Rotary, and I mean this, is the fact that it's not a one category. It's not one demo. You guys spread it across every way you can to help the community, and that's what I think makes you guys one of the most beneficial groups in the area, is that alone. It's so diversified and so spread out to where your footprint is at least somewhere touching at least a portion of every part of Alton, especially, in that area in Godfrey. My thought.
Rotary International has so many projects going on worldwide that we've also been a part of that doesn't really make news around here, but we've got the Polio Plus program where Rotary has been the main organization behind worldwide push on trying to end polio.
Wow.
So I think we're down, I believe that I remember from last year, there was just a few countries left where there was actually some polio, and they were places hard to get because of what's going on there. But Polio Plus, water projects all over the world.
Yeah.
Just different organizations everywhere.
Well, and that's what I think is really cool. It's just the way it breaks down from the national, international level into the local level is no matter what, Rotary has their finger on, a project, and they're going to try their best to really get this done. And how many members make up Alton-Godfrey Rotary, right? Not to put you on the spot.
We, like any organization, we're up and down, but I think we're right around 70 members as it stands.
That's incredible. That's a good number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really
yes,
good.
We've been fortunate here in the last about 5 or 6 years. We've added like 10 to 15 members. So
wow.
Yes, it's been a good time for us.
And I got to ask, are you looking for new members?
We're always looking for new members.
We're
always looking for new members. Absolutely.
And what are the qualifying factors in a member? Are there any or any requirements, anything like that?
No.
Well, no, there's really no requirements. But one of our mottos is service above self, and so we're looking for members that are community minded and want to make this community a better place to live.
100%.
100%.
And how can folks reach out to be a part of the Alton-Godfrey Rotary? Is it the website? Is there a phone number, Facebook page?
We have a website, Alton-Godfrey.org, I believe is the address. You can reach out to any member in the community. We don't really have a set phone number because it changes from year to year on who's president. That's one thing about the history of our club. We're coming up to 103 years, and we have not had one person repeat as president of the club.
Wow.
A lot of organizations, you find that there's a couple people during their time do several years of running an organization, we've been able to keep the thing moving where we've always had a different leader every year, and that always is interesting from year to year.
So not just to piggyback on that, this is how kind of weird Alton I get, is I don't, actively follow it, but I always keep my eye out to see who's going to be the next president, who's the president-elect, because you're right, it shifts so much, and it's never going back to a repeat president. That's what I think's cool, is to follow along and see who's carrying the torch this next, couple of years.
I just celebrated 15 years with the club, and it's been real interesting in my years to see the different change of the guard, so to speak, of who's running the club and what they bring to the table.
Absolutely. And then, Steve, I got to ask you, from Halloween parade, all the parades that, you've organized and spearheaded, take me through the correlation to the chili chowdown. How did that come into play?
Well, that was a long time before I became a member. I've been a member for 6 years.
Really? I thought you were a member longer for
not on Rotary.
Okay.
And so I'm the same thing with Andy as far as it's really kind of interesting to see the correlation of the president go from year to year to year and the different projects that they do. So going back to the history of the chili chowdown, I would imagine that it was knowing Don Johnson, the chili, looking for an avenue in order to do a fundraiser to fund some of our projects. And so history-wise, I don't know, Andy, if you know anything more about that.
Not specifically about the chili.
I don't know specifically about that.
All the history we're talking about is the history being made on March 4th when we sell out of all that chili and we have some full stomachs. That's all I'm talking about. Yeah. And now, what are the times again? There's a lunch and a dinner schedule.
Lunch and a dinner. Lunch is served from 11 to 1.
Perfect.
Dinner from 4:30 to 7.
Man, you guys even got the times down right too. That's right in my wheelhouse for lunch and dinner. And how many folks are on hand getting the preparation done that Sunday, getting everything cut up and all the prep?
We'll have 10 or 12 there, and we all have specific jobs in order to do that. Cooking, cutting, setting up, whatever it might be. And so we'll have a good crew there on Sunday. It takes about 2 to 3 hours. And then we'll come back 8 o'clock on Monday morning, and we'll have a crew in the morning, and we'll have a crew in the afternoon.
Which will be 40 to 50 people in total between the two that'll participate.
That's really cool. And what I think is a good point too to make is the fact that a lot of folks that are on Rotary, like yourself and both, there's multiple organizations you're a part of, and your hands are in other pots as well, and you're a lot of the Rotary still working too, and business owners, and that I noticed, and the fact that everyone's finding the time to kind of be a part of this and make sure that they put their name on the event. That's what's cool to me, as busy as everyone gets in Rotary, to still come together and do this. Chef's kiss,
Yeah. And the great thing is there's another Rotary club in Alton, RiverBend,
yes.
Rotary, and we'll probably get some help from them also.
What's the correlation there, if you don't mind? Is it different? Is it a different geographic location? Is it the same?
They meet on different days in their lunchtime.
Gotcha.
We're an evening. We meet on Monday evenings, every Monday evening at 6 o'clock. Current times we're meeting at Gentlin's Restaurant. The fourth Monday of the month, we'll usually maybe do a social where we'll go out and have dinner at a local establishment just to try to help spread that around. I want to just touch back on you would ask about members. There is no real, Rotary used to be known as a businessman's organization, and years ago that's changed where there is no real criteria for membership. It's just kind of, if you're interested, contact a Rotarian, come by Gentlin's on a Monday evening. We always welcome guests and have dinner with us. And
they got pretty good food over there too. So.
Right. Ryan always does a really nice job for us. Yes.
Well, and that's what I think's great. And if I can do anything today, it's going to be getting you to Chili Chowdown, but also getting you to learn more about Rotary and be involved in it. Because talk about, like I said during that break, is there's two groups in my mind, and you're one of the two that really live and breathe this area. And through the Robert Wadlow statue, when did that happen? By the way, I forgot to ask you that. Was that an 80s project, the 70s, or before that?
It was before our time, but
Was
I think
that before your time too?
80s or in the
Before our
90s,
time.
maybe.
Incredible! I didn't
Yes.
realize that, but I mean, you have that plus one of the most symbolic spots in all of Alton, the Lincoln Douglas Square, and then all these other projects. Rotary Park is beautiful, and those summer concerts. I was seeing all the folks lined up there just listening to some good music. Perfect setting, and another opportunity provided by the Rotary Club.
Great place, looking over the river. You see the full bridge.
Yeah.
Music. Take your lunch there. It's perfect.
It really is.
We try to find events to be a part of, like ringing the Salvation Army bells at Christmas. We usually man a couple days at a local location, usually the Alton-Godfrey. We do the Christmas tree every year. We have supplied the tree, and we usually the manpower. If there's any expense to it, we do all of that. We have a trailer that we store the whole thing in and keep track of it year by year. So we're looking for any kind of events like that we can be a part of in the community to help pitch in.
Absolutely. And now you can help pitch in and support the Alton-Godfrey Rotary. March the 4th at Main Street United Methodist Church on Brown Street and Main Street.
Tickets available at the door.
Tickets available at the door. $10, all you can eat. And then you get chili and cookies.
Chili, cookies, and drink.
There you go. Hell, you can't find a better price for a meal around here. I went to McDonald's and I asked if they had a refinance line, you know? and you can support this great group of folks. And Steve, Andy, anything else we got to talk about today?
I thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you very much.
Great.
We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I will see you at Main Street United Methodist. I'm going to grab chili for the team on March 4th. I'm going to be the hero for the RiverBender team here. And I'll see all of you there. For more information, you can visit the Alton-Godfrey Rotary website and get involved today at 9:47. A quick break. We'll come back. All-Star Award. We got to highlight some buffoons. There's a lot of stupid people out there. And we're going to highlight them, bestow the All-Star Award, and wrap up the 9 o'clock hour after this.